Good morning. How we doing? We're still in 2017, so I still got a little bit of more videos to do on this. This morning, I want to just quickly talk about reviewing your year. Reviewing your year. I just like to put down my thoughts. Just share with you what's going on, things that I learned. That way, if you can grow from it, that would be great. It's hot where I'm at, so I'm going to be constantly drinking water. Just to keep slightly hydrated. Okay, I've noticed that this year I made some of the same mistakes that I made last year. Doing a lot of things, some of them not profitable, but they took my energy still. So I did a lot of things that I wouldn't have thought that I would be doing. But then I realized that that's just the way we are as humans. If you don't review your year, what you did good and what was bad, you will likely repeat everything that you did next year. So I mean, we're on the verge of 2018, so it's easy to get excited about the fact that the new year is going to bring new things and whatnot. But there's a reason why you haven't succeeded in 2017. Now I understand sometimes things happen in life, tragedies and loss and all that stuff that is beyond your control. But from a behavioral science component, from understanding human behavior and patterns, you realize that a lot of the things you do. An example is if somebody likes to, on the weekend, they like to go bowling. They feel empty if they don't do that thing on the weekend. Excuse me. They feel empty because that's their thing that they're so conditioned to. Or if you like going to a nightclub, you're conditioned to do that. So, and if that's your weakness, or if you like to spend a lot of time on social media, we're so subjective to addictions. And sometimes those things are great distressor sometimes. But the reality is that if that's your weakness if that was your weakness in 2016, you probably found that you're doing it this year in 2017, and then you think that because we're at the end of the year and New Year's gonna happen, new things, new this, new whatever, new man, new woman, whatever it is, you gotta review your year. Like, you gotta really review it, like simplify it, what worked, what didn't work. Now this sounds so big, like it sounds like huge, like review the year. You don't have to review every minute of the day. You just have to say, okay, let's start with friendships. I got this person and this person. This is what she's about. This is what he's about. This is what I am as a person. So you review that, because one thing about I always speak of is association. I think that it's so important that if you can motivate yourself, at least you got people that at least will get you feel motivated. People that will drive you, because we sometimes are human beings. We may have off days, where we just need a little help. So it's important that you have the right friendships. So in your review, if you're looking back and you're saying, oh, wait a minute, that person is so toxic in my life, I ought to change that. Well, the thing is, unless you deliberately put that in place, you find yourself having the same person or somebody similar in the following year, and you have no success in your life, and you'll be at the end of the year again saying, okay, 2019, I'm going to change. So this is just a behavior pattern. We're so conditioned to routine. So if in your review, identify what didn't work, and obviously I'm going to tell you to change that. Whatever didn't work, there's no point you holding on to it if it didn't work. But sirens going on here. But review your year. That's the only key to success. You inspect. If you want to get the success, you got to inspect it. You always understand, like in the army, they get parade in the morning. They get checked. They inspect their uniforms to see if they're ready. To see, and if you're not ready, you get punished. Whatever that punishment might be. So a lot of people, if you want to be successful, now the word I'm using success in a very large term, but if you want to be effective, let's just use the word effective. If you want to be effective in 2018, you will have to take some very deliberate steps. I have a friend, he will know once he watches this video. Let's just say he's been trying to do two things. One, he wanted to get his jet ski license. Okay, that's one. He wanted to get his jet ski license this year. This summer, I'm gonna get my jet ski license. Well, I can tell you right now. Now, you could say circumstances made him not get that jet ski license, but he ain't got that. He ain't got that jet ski license. Okay, And another thing I want to do is I want to learn to dance. There's a style of dance. I won't mention the style of dance because that's giving up too much. It's like I want to learn this style of dance. I always want to, he was excited and he's passionate about this style of dance. He was passionate in word. But when it comes to executing, he didn't come through. What happened? Well, you got to review what's working, where you're spending your time. If that goal is important for you, if that skill is important for you to try and learn it, you make time for it. But if you just use last year's template and trying to do this year, you will fail. And you will have the same goals that you try to reach, and you're going to feel disappointed. And then you start to do things like, people, I think sometimes when they have too many things not work out, in terms of goals, they start to, what I call it, like midlife crisis symptoms. They just like, I'm just going to go away, and they just spend a whole lot of money because they feel unfulfilled a little bit. But review your year. Review your year. Like, just lay down on the table and just say, okay, the way I was earning my money, whether I was working in a store or whether I was in business, last year I did this and this wasn't working. And then I did this and this and this worked. So the simple advice really is do less of what didn't work, or at least cut it off, and do more of what worked. Now, I'm saying this because I failed some projects in 2017. And I've had a lot of good projects, but there's a lot of time I was spent in a project that I really should have just kind of cut loose. You lost a lot of money, but that's just another subject for another time. But this 2018 is about reviewing. There's a few goals I want to achieve. Same thing. There's a few goals that I didn't achieve in 2017 that I would have loved to do that. And I think it would have been an easier solution if I was constantly reviewing what I was doing and quickly looking what's not working. I probably would have had a better success. So 2017 to me was a mixed bag. There was a lot of things going on, but I think some of them could have been avoided if I reviewed what was going on and just look at it and say, this is not working, take the right steps, and that's what I believe. So that's my tip for today. Review, assess, inspect, change it if it's not working. If it's a relationship, if you must, obviously if you can rectify it, change it. Especially friendships, whatever it is, review it and inspect it and check and see where it sits. Okay. Well, if you like this video, just comment. I want to get people's ideas and what's going on, what you're doing in terms of what you heard today, whether it applies to you. This is really great to get the conversation started. Thank you.